An old woman tails in the moonlight. A reality of Igbo customs and traditions. Igbo tribe is a tribe from Nigeria. Once upon a time, in the heart of Igbo land, there existed 3 distinct groups within the community: the OSU, the UME, and the diala. Each group had its own unique place in Igbo society, but their interactions were often clouded by centuries-old traditions and beliefs. The OSU were those deemed untouchable, set apart by their lineage and association with certain deities. They were shunned by the rest of society, forbidden from marrying freeborn individuals, and restricted from participating in certain communal activities. Despite their talents and abilities, they were relegated to the fringes of society, their potential stifled by the weight of tradition. The irony is that while they serve the deities also protect and increase their harvest and wealth. Efforts towards eradicating discrimination against the OSU have been ongoing, with organizations and individuals advocating for social justice and equality within Igbo society. In the beginning, there was no OSU. The Igbo communities existed, and they were predominantly pagans. When a family experienced death on a large scale, they resolved to making human sacrifices. The sacrifice will require them to go to very far places, oftentimes slave markets. The slaves are usually bonded and taken to the shrine. Their heads are shaved and a blood covenant is established between the slave and the shrine. Few days after the sacrifice, the slave is taken back from the shrine to the home of the master. The master will give the slave a piece of farmland and a hut to effect his building. The building is usually located at the front of the slave master's house or near the shrine of the deities. The sacrificed slave is immediately forced to marry another sacrificed slave so that they can start rapid reproduction. They and their children are what the Igbos tagged OSU. This is done with the belief that when next the spirit of death comes, it will pick the OSUs and their children and leave out the slave master and his family. In contrast, the Ume were formerly normal people that willfully or mistakenly committed abominable acts. For instance, a father sleeping with daughter or a brother sleeping with a sister. If this barbaric act produces an offspring, that family is tagged Ume. The Ume elders delved into forbidden rites, invoking ancient rituals that spoke of untold power and unfathomable knowledge. They sought to harness forces beyond mortal comprehension, to bend the very fabric of existence to their will. But in their arrogance, they unleashed something dark and primordial, a malevolent force that hungered for destruction and chaos. The earth trembled, the skies wept tears of blood, and the air grew thick with the scent of despair as the abomination wrought by the Ume clans tainted the land. As punishment for their hubris, a curse was laid upon the Ume, a curse of mysterious death that stalked the corridors of their homes and haunted the dreams of their children. Each night, under the cloak of darkness, a shadowy figure would emerge, its presence heralding doom and despair. No lock could bar its passage, no prayer could ward off its touch. It claimed the lives of the Ume with impunity, leaving behind only whispers and rumors in its wake. Some said it was the vengeful spirit of a wronged ancestor. Others believed it to be a manifestation of the curse itself, a reminder of the sins that stained their souls. Then there were the diala, the esteemed class of Igbo society, revered for their wealth, status, and lineage. While some diala upheld the discriminatory practices against the OSU, others questioned the validity of traditions that marginalized fellow members of their community. One day, a young Ume named Chioma met Chike, a talented Osu artist, at a village festival. Despite societal norms dictating their separation, they formed a bond forged by their shared love of creativity and artistry. As they spent time together, they challenged the prejudices that had long divided their people, inspiring others to question the outdated beliefs that perpetuated discrimination. Their story spread throughout the land, reaching the ears of Ngozi, a wise elder of the Diala. Moved by the courage and compassion of Chioma and Chike, Ngozi convened a gathering of community leaders to discuss the future of their society. Together, they pledged to abolish the OSU caste system, recognizing that true progress could only be achieved through unity and equality. And so, in the land of the Igbo, the barriers of tradition began to crumble, paving the way for a future where all individuals, regardless of their lineage, could thrive and contribute to the rich tapestry of Igbo culture. In the end, it was the power of empathy, understanding, and collective action that brought about positive change, transforming the lives of generations to come.